Okay, so after you have read or listened to the book, The Invisible Boy, I would like for you guys to fill out the graphic organizer just like we would in school. We would read the story, we'd talk about the story, and then we would go ahead and fill out a graphic organizer with our evidence that to support what we think the theme is from the text. So in the book, the little boy obviously is excluded, and he feels invisible. He feels like no one sees him. And I would say some common themes that we would see in there are friendship, kindness. But I think the big one is that differences can bring us together. So both boys that become friends are a little bit different in different ways. And because of that, it kind of brings them together and they form a friendship. And then you might notice that the little boy, he even starts to be in more color as the story moves on because he feels less and less invisible. So first thing, what I want you to do is up at the top where it says, what's the lesson? Obviously, that's what you ask yourself when you are trying to find the theme. When we're trying to find the theme, the first thing you have to think about the plot and the characters, which is what I just talked about, and use that to help you to determine what you think the theme is. The theme has to be a real life lesson. So differences can bringing people together. That is something that can happen in your real life. Sometimes because you both feel left out, like the characters did, it brings you together, and you kind of bond. They kind of bonded because they were both different for not the same reasons, but because they were both different, it helped them to bond and form a friendship. So then after you make sure it's a real life lesson, and then the theme, make sure your theme is not a summary of the story, okay? So make sure your theme is a lesson, so differences can bring us together, and then you're not going to retell the whole story. You're just going to pick those pieces of evidence to put down at the bottom where it says support from the text. You're going to pick specific pieces of evidence from the text that would support that differences can bring those characters together. So up at the top here, the title, obviously, of the story is The Invisible Boy. So that's where you're going to put the title. Then you're going to put what you think the theme is. There are a couple to choose from. Whichever one that you choose from, please make sure that you have evidence from the story that support what you choose, because there are a couple. It could be friendship, number one. Okay, that could be one, friendship. Kindness. The boy showed kindness to the other boy. There are pieces of evidence that would help to prove that. Or the third one could be 3, differences can bring us together. So either one, whichever one you choose, you're going to write it right here in the middle where it says theme. That's where you're going to type your theme. And then down the bottom, you need a couple of pieces of evidence. I'm going to say at least 3 pieces of evidence. How many? 3 pieces of evidence. I'm holding up my fingers. 3 pieces of evidence that would prove your theme, okay, or support your theme. So if you're saying that differences bring people together, you need 3 pieces of evidence that would support that differences bring them together. If you think that the theme is friendship, everybody needs a friend. If you think it's friendship, then you need at least 3 pieces of evidence from The Invisible Boy, things that happen that would support that friendship is the theme. Okay.